Voting rights advocates have filed a new lawsuit in federal court over Texas's newly redrawn congressional district maps. The lawsuit, filed by Texas voters and voting advocacy organization Voto Latino, claims the maps dilute the vote of communities of color. Here to talk about this is former Texas GOP Chairman James Dickey and Genevieve Van Cleeve, the state director for All on the Line. Genevieve, beginning with you, talk about the merit of these lawsuits.
All right. Well, look, I mean, there's no way we can allow Governor Greg Abbott to use this discriminatory map to deny Texans the opportunity to participate in free and fair elections. It's undemocratic, gerrymandered, and is cracking and packing communities of color across the state.
James, what do you say about the merits of these lawsuits?
Well, they are entirely baseless. This is the claim that has to be used now because the Supreme Court has made it crystal clear that the legislators have the right to draw politically representative lines. And so the fact is, Texas is a majority conservative state. There are more than double the people who define themselves as conservative than define themselves as leftist or liberal or progressive or whatever term you want to use. And it is entirely appropriate for the legislature to draw lines that fit that. So you can't just draw a district that only includes minorities because we all live next to each other now.
Hey, Genevieve, how are they going to counter that argument in court?
Well, let's not forget exactly what the 2020 census told us. We found that Texas was the only state to gain 2 congressional seats as a result of reapportionment. We also learned that 95% of the Texas population growth came from people of color, yet the congressional map signed into law by Governor Abbott increased the number of majority white districts and decreases the number of districts where communities of color could have an opportunity to elect their preferred candidates. This embarrassment of a map is a slap in the face of Texans and a loud warning to voters across the country. We cannot let this happen in Texas. We cannot let this happen elsewhere in the country.
James, if you want to respond, go ahead.
Yeah, we are well past the time where minorities could only win in minority majority districts. On the Republican Party in our last election, we had Black candidates and Hispanic candidates and Asian candidates in districts who were our nominee, who won our primaries, but who Democrats voted against, not because they were voting for or against minorities, but because they were voting against the policies that caused the phenomenal growth that caused 2 extra congressional seats. We've got those 2 extra seats because of policies at work. These maps will make sure we keep providing those policies at work.
Genevieve, what's the next step with these lawsuits? What's the process?
Well, I mean, I think, the affiliate that I work with, the National Democratic Redistricting Committee, has certainly filed one lawsuit, but it won't be the only lawsuit. MALDEF has filed a lawsuit, and I expect in the coming days and weeks, we'll see lawsuits on every single one of the maps that the legislature's passed. Republicans don't need sophisticated data or talking points to know where various races are and different parties live in the state. So drawing maps that dilute voting power of communities of color without using race data won't keep you from getting sued when you gerrymander along racial lines, which is exactly what they've done.
Okay.
And time and again, the end result of Republicans' alleged colorblind strategy has been splitting communities of color.
Okay, well, it is in the courts now, and looks like there's going to be a lot of them. We have to wrap it up. James, Genevieve, thank you both very much.
Thank you so much for having me.